How y'all doing, world? I am Jamie Hayes, aka Jamie the Motivator.
What's up, YouTube? It's Zikomo, and I'm here today with another young entrepreneur. Today, I'm with the CEO and founder of Peak Performance 360, Jamie Hayes. All right. So, talk to us a little bit about Peak Performance 360.
Absolutely. I'll start off with the name. I was 18 years old working at Valley Soda Fitness. I had just graduated Tucker High School, and since I was a kid, I wanted to be in fitness. I remember my number one dream was if I don't make it to the NFL as a fullback or running back, I'm going to have my own training facility. I'm going to have my own gym where I can train clients, transform their lives, do nutrition, all different types of fitness. And that's what I set out to do. So when I thought about a brand, when I thought about something that I wanted to accomplish, I first and foremost wanted a generational business. I wanted to build generational wealth. I wanted to pass on this dream, this company down to my second and third generation. So I thought about something that was to my personality. When I thought about fitness, I looked at it as being your best, being at your optimum level, being elite. So I came up with the name Peak Performance 360, which is a complete fitness turnaround, and that's where it was birthed, and I started when I was 20 years old.
Okay. All right. Well, I heard you say that this dream that you have for Peak Performance 360 started when you were in high school. You were 18 years old. So can you tell us the moment when you decided, because you said your initial dream was to go to the NFL to be a fullback. When was the moment you decided that, you know what, I'm going to open up my own gym and I'm going to be a personal fitness trainer?
That defining moment for me was 12th grade year in high school. I know all during high school, my number one dream was to be an NFL running back, but that wasn't the dream that was set out and completed for me. 12th grade year, I'm training good, I'm physically fit, I'm one of the best inside the school. I have a season-ending injury the first game of the season. And for me, that just plummeted everything that I had down the drain. And I asked myself, I began to do some soul searching after I was depressed for about a month, moping around, because this was my year. This was my time to really shine. This was my time to become and prove to everybody that I was ready for the next level. My dreams was to go to Florida State. I wanted to play for Bobby Bowden before he retired. But the dreams didn't set out that way. So as I came out of my slump after a month of being depressed, I really did my soul searching. I asked myself, what was it that I could do each and every day and not get paid for it? What was those things that I dreamed of doing? What were those things that I wanted to do each and every day if there was nothing else on this world that I could do? And fitness. I remember what fitness did for me. I remember at the age of 11 being labeled obese. The doctors told me I was obese. I thought I was getting ready to die or something. I said, obese? What does that mean? But I went home and cried. But that defining moment right there at the age of 11 brought me to where I am today. So as I did that soul searching, I knew what fitness did for me. I knew I was gifted at it. In high school, I was that guy that trained my family, my friends, their parents. I was that guy all during the weekends. Everybody was out partying and hanging out. I wanted to work out. I was training my friends' parents. And in high school, I was making a separate income outside of high school because this is what I was doing. So I asked myself, what was it I could do? And in high school, I remember writing up the business plan, writing up the vision for what I wanted to do. And I set out to do that in 12th grade. Before I graduated, I was working at Valley Soda Fitness. I was actually one of the youngest people to ever get hired there. I went in on a Thursday, asked where they hired. The young lady said, "You're too young." She said that we don't hire people in high school. I left, came back the next day, which was a Friday. She said, honey, you was here yesterday. I said, are y'all hiring for personal training? She said, just like yesterday, we're still not hiring. I left, went home, came back that Monday. She said, you're determined. I said, I am. I'm serious about this. She wiggled some room around. Lo and behold, I became a personal trainer in high school at Valley Soda Fitness, the youngest ever to get hired in the company. And that defining moment right there is where I knew that I could really take this dream to the next level.
All right, so you were telling me that this idea came about when you were 18 years old, and then at the age of 20, right, you actually started Peak Performance. You had your facility or whatnot. So out of those 6 years of being an entrepreneur, what has been something that you've learned about yourself in terms of, being an entrepreneur that you've either developed and got better at, or you've noticed that, okay, this may be something that I might need to improve on?
Absolutely. When I was working at Valley Soda Fitness, it was a short period of time where I transitioned from Bally's and actually was an independent contractor from another gentleman, was once a mentor. And while working out of his facility, day in, day out, I was building my clientele. I was doing all the necessary things of starting my company, but I was always scared about truly taking that leap. There's so many people that have great crafts, so many people that are bartenders, that are in music, that are in clothing, internet businesses, but they always keep that other 50% of a side job or a side hustle because of that fear, that four-letter word fear. And that was one of the things that held me back for the longest. Even when I got my own facility and I was in my own business, I was still scared of rejection. I was still scared to truly grow my business. And I looked in the mirror one day and I said, what's between me and my prospective members? And it was fear. So over the years, I had to realize that in order for me to grow my company to an organization that's going to be all over the country, that's going to grow without me, I'm going to have to just leap out on faith. And over the years, I've learned that I was a lot stronger than I thought I was. I was a lot more fearful than I thought I was. But the moment that I took one foot and put it in front of the other, I would go out here and speak my brand. I would go out here and talk to new people. And sometimes I will get rejected. But I learned that closed mouth doesn't get fed. And I learned that the more that I speak my brand, if I don't believe into what I'm doing, how can I expect my prospective members or my customers to believe in it? So over the years, the biggest thing I say that I've learned for myself is being fearful through it all. The worst that you can get is a no. And once again, that no can literally be turned to on. But I learned that every no gets you closer to a yes. Every yes isn't meant to happen. The no's are there to prepare you. The no's are there to get you to another level that you don't see. You may walk up to a prospective member or a client and think that you're at a certain place, but when you hear that no, it's good to give them sometimes and ask people why they say no. And then they give you feedback about yourself. And that feedback is what you're going to take to propel yourself to the next level. One of the biggest defining moments about my entrepreneur career in the start of my company was I got the facility. I started the company. And a lot of people think that once you open up, that you're open for business and people are going to flood in. And the people are going to come and you're just going to have that $1 million business right off the bat. And that's what I was thinking as well. So open up and I found myself 3 weeks in, not finding nobody. Going out day in, day out, passing out flyers. I'm being the brand. I'm doing every single thing in me. I'm waking up at 3, 4 a.m. I'm getting my morning workout in, my morning meditation. I'm hitting the ground running each and every day, and nothing was working. But it looked like that for me at the time. So I remember taking my last $10. I put 5 in the tank, and I put 5 into my stomach. I drove over to a local Walmart, and I literally was like, hey, if I don't make this thing happen by Friday, and it was Tuesday, I don't know what I'm going to do because literally bills are due again, and I can't take a dream to pay bills. So I remember passing out flyers for about 2 or 3 hours all around the plaza. I'm getting kicked out of stores. They're telling me, don't pass flyers here, no soliciting. I'm like, whatever. I'm passing out flyers, and on my way out, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm discouraged. walking to my car. And I was the guy around the city that always had a shirt that said trainer on it. People started to think that I didn't even own clothes because every single day they saw me, I had a different shirt with the same trainer on the front. So I branded myself right there. And as I walk into the car, a guy stops me and say, hey man, you a trainer? And he begins to tell me that he's looking for a trainer. He wants to lose weight. He was going through some issues with his self and his image, and he wanted to really transform himself. I gave him my information. We exchanged information, and we actually met up the next day. He came to my facility, and when he came to the facility, he was so proud of what I was doing at the age of 20 years old. I had a facility, no equipment. I had one treadmill at the time. I had a few jump ropes, a few hand weights, and I remember the day before going over all my bills, and I said I needed about $3,000 to $5,000, and I didn't know how I was gonna make that happen. So I began to talk to the guy, and he believed into my brand. He believed in everything I was doing, and he said right then and there he wanted to pay for 1 year of training. And he wrote a check of $5,000, and when that happened for me, it just made me really take my faith and take my strength into God of knowing that in order to be in these footsteps as an entrepreneur, that faith has to be one of the main ingredients. If you think that seeing your money each and every day or seeing your money week in and week out, if that's what you're going to do in business as an entrepreneur, it's not going to happen. And if you're used to that cushion of a check every Friday, you can go out and have fun because you just got paid with the money to your debit account, entrepreneurship is not for you. So for that moment right there at the age of 20, I knew that if I was willing to face failure and to push past the uncomfort and the uncertainty of, am I going to make it happen? That in those moments that you do those things that you never thought you would do, I became relentless, I became hungry for my dreams, and as I was facing failure, success was right around the corner. So faith is one of the main ingredients for entrepreneurship, of knowing if you're prepared for this level.